This is the chest supported upper back machine row to target the upper traps and rhomboids, and would also hit the rear delts as well. Go ahead and notice the controller during this exercise, getting a noticeable pause at the back and the slow eccentric on that way forward. Now, before getting into the details of this exercise, right here I'm using the Life Fitness seated row machine. Now, your machine might look a little bit different, like this one that is plate loaded, or one like this that is also pin loaded. The important thing is that you use a rowing machine that ideally has a chest support and allows you to row to the middle of the chest or higher, where those elbows are going out to the side like this at roughly 10 to 20 degrees from parallel. Alright, so now let's get into setting up the machine. Now first we want to make sure we adjust the height of the seat so that at the back of the movement, the hands are at the height of the middle of the chest or higher. And again, those arms are angled between 10 to 20 degrees from parallel like this. Next, adjust the chest pad of the machine so that your shoulders can slightly roll forward and the arms can fully extend like this. And now feel free to use wrist straps like I'm doing here to help with grip. Also, make sure that you are bracing with the legs, having them as extended as possible with the feet on a sturdy surface like I'm doing right here with the feet on the footrests of the machine. Grab the handles using an overhand grip, and personally I prefer a hook grip with the thumb overhand as I feel the biceps less and the back more. However, just do the grip that you like the best. And now for the width of the hands, place them so that when the elbows are next to the shoulders, the elbows are bent at roughly 90 degrees. It should be about the same width as if you were doing a bench press or a lat pull down. Once your grip is set, unrack the weight, getting tension in the arms, and then we could begin the movement. Now first, we want to make sure that we are leading with the elbows and shoulders, thinking like you are pointing the elbows behind you and then driving those shoulders back to be able to squeeze the upper traps and rhomboids. Also, as you row, drive the chest forward into the chest pad and try not to push the head forward. If you struggle with that, looking slightly up as you row or slightly tilting that head up can help. A key thing we want to avoid is curling the wrists as we row. As you can see, when I row, my wrists are straight. I keep the knuckles in line with the wrists. And now one tip to keep the wrists straight is to think like you are slightly pushing the wrists down and pulling through the pinkies. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other at the back of the movement and make sure you get a noticeable pause at the back. And again, those elbows should be flared out to the side, roughly 10 to 20 degrees from parallel, so that we target the upper back. I'd also highly recommend that you record a set from the back so you know that those elbows are going back at the right angle and that the arms look symmetrical at the back of the movement. Now on that way forward, first always slow and controlled, 2 to 3 seconds, and then think like you are still pulling both those shoulders and the elbows behind you, resisting that way forward. And we want to fully extend the arms and also allow those shoulders to slightly roll forward like this so we could get the lengthening of the traps and rhomboids. But again, still think like you are pulling those shoulders behind you. Again, make sure that you are driving the chest forward as you row and don't let it come off the chest pad. Towards the end of your set, you may not be able to row all the way back, and that is okay, but still try to get a pause as far back as you can get the hands. And now for the advanced lifters, the last couple of reps should look something like this, to where you keep trying to perform the concentric for at least 3 to 5 seconds. At the end of your set, you should be really feeling the upper traps and rhomboids, and of course those rear delts as well. Thanks for watching, like this video right now, and subscribe for more of the best tutorial videos just like this one. See ya!